A man wanted to become president, so he and his friend grabbed a bunch of steel pipes and headed to international waters. They planned to build their own country. Once they reached the designated spot, the chubby guy climbed up the pipes and opened the bottom cover. As seawater kept pouring in, the pipes sank vertically to the ocean floor. After a few months of hard work, a 400 square meter island with a steel base was built. But to make it an independent island, they needed their own water, so they had to drill for underground water. Unfortunately, the sound of the drilling attracted the administrator. When he heard the two guys were trying to create a country, he thought they were just playing a game, so he casually chatted with them and left. Later, they successfully found a water source. This made George very happy. He sat sipping coffee and enjoying the night view over the sea. Suddenly, dark clouds started to form in the sky. It looked like a storm was coming. George, who had never experienced a storm, didn't know how dangerous the sea could be. He stood proudly under his little umbrella. Before long, the rain came pouring down. A gust of wind flipped his umbrella, and George was knocked down by the waves hitting him in the face. Then, a small rescue boat suddenly appeared ahead. Kind-hearted George quickly invited the man aboard to take shelter. This man would become the first citizen of the island. Not long after, a second new friend arrived on the island. His name was Noah Mon. He had been constantly hassled by his club manager to clean toilets. When he heard about George's island, he decided to join them. There were no rules, no discrimination, it was all freedom. Later, Noah Mon used his business savvy to rebrand the island, turning it into a seaside resort. He gave it a romantic name, Rose Island. Then he used newspapers to spread the word, and soon, Rose Island became a hot vacation spot. Countless people came to the island and partied all night, living short bursts of happiness. George's ex-girlfriend came to visit. Looking at the chaotic crowd, she said George's free country was actually just a beach club where people went to party. Her words hit George hard. So, to truly live out his dream of freedom, George made a bold decision. Based on the law at the time, international waters weren't governed by any country, so George declared Rose Island as the Republic of Rose Island, an independent nation, separate from Italy. And for that, he submitted applications for sovereignty to organizations like the United Nations and the Council of Europe.